Do you ever get angry? No. What, never? No. I don't believe you. This is one of the common exchanges that I experience with my clients in my Chinese medicine and acupuncture clinic. A lot of people believe that they really don't ever feel angry, but you see they do. And the reason they're kind of confused about not feeling angry is that there are different ways in which we can express our anger. The obvious way is with people shouting and screaming and, just being very dramatic about it and expressing it and getting it out there. But a lot of people don't express their anger and they bottle it up instead in the form of frustration or resentment or bitterness. And those people are often the people who say they never get angry because they perceive anger to be that kind of out there shouting, screaming thing. So if you are somebody who suffers from either of those kinds, either the out there expressive anger or the bottling up anger, then this video will really help you. And what I'm going to be showing you is how to use Qigong to regulate your feelings of anger in a healthy way. My name is Janice Tucker and I'm a practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine and medical Qigong. I'm also the founder of the Space to Relax online program of video lessons. And just before we start, if I can ask you, if you're watching this video on YouTube, hit the red subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos on health enhancing Qigong tips. So how does anger affect us if it goes unchecked? In terms of Chinese medicine, the organ system associated with anger is the liver system. And the liver system is responsible for the smooth flow of qi or energy around our bodies. And that smooth flow would be on a physical, mental, emotional and spiritual level. So on all levels. And if that smooth flow is affected, things can become stagnant. Things can get blocked up, almost like a pent-up pressure cooker or a volcano. And some of the symptoms that you'll see if the anger is going unchecked and the liver system is affected are as follows. I'll just read them out to you because there's quite a long list. So you could have a feeling of a lump in your throat. That's everything just blocked. Not a physical lump, but just a feeling. Also abdominal distension where everything feels bloated. Eye problems because the eyes are associated with the liver as well. So any kind of dry, gritty, red, itchy eyes, that would be another kind of symptom of anger affecting the liver. Tendon stiffness and flexibility because the liver controls the tendons in Chinese medicine terms. Digestive issues, anything digestive wise can be as a result of that pent up, bottled up anger. Premenstrual tension in women and all kinds of PMT symptoms like tender breasts, headaches, irritability, snappiness, bloatedness, any of those kinds of things. Lumps in the breasts or breast tenderness in general in women. Tinnitus, which is the ringing in the ears. Headaches. Brittle nails, because the nails again are associated with the liver, so any kind of nail problems could be to do with that. Muscle cramps and spasms, and on a more kind of mental, emotional level, a feeling of a lack of direction and organization in your life, because the liver system is to do with organization and planning on that kind of mental level. So you see there are quite a lot of potential issues there if you have a situation of anger which is going unchecked. So how can we use Qigong in order to healthily regulate and express anger? Generally speaking, Qigong is very useful in dealing with anger because by its nature, it's very calming and relaxing, which is the very opposite of anger. So any Qigong method would really help in order to regulate anger in a healthy way. But there are a couple of more specific methods which can be used in order to deal with anger. The first one is an exercise from a series of Qigong exercises called the Ba Duen Jin, or 8 pieces of brocade. This is a very famous series of Qigong exercises, and this particular one helps the liver system and thereby helps to combat the damaging effects of anger on your body and mind. The movement is called Open Eyes Wide with Clenched Fists, and the position for this Qigong exercise is what's called a horse stance. If you step out into a horse stance that's comfortable for you, so as wide or as narrow as you want to begin, and check that your knees are not dropping inwards so that they're pushed out. If they're dropping inwards, that puts a bit too much pressure on the knee joints. So push them out over the toes. And tuck your pelvis in under your body so you're making the lower back nice and flat. Both your hands rest on your hips and you just make loose fists with the palms facing upwards. The chest is pulled back slightly and you feel nice and tall in this position with length in the back of the neck. So just draw the chin down and back towards the throat slightly. Women begin with the right hand and men with the left hand. Move the first hand out in front of you with a gentle punching action, and as you extend it at the end, twist the arm so that the back of the hand ends up facing uppermost. And then bring the fist back, turning the palm upwards as you draw it back in. And then repeat with the other arm, extending the arm outwards and looking at the fist. Pull the arm back, twisting it back into the starting position. And the movement for this punching action actually comes from your hips. You need to twist in the whole body as you make the punching action, looking at the fist as you do it. The movement of the hip is then what draws the punch back. So the hip turns and pushes the arm out, look at the fist, and the hip then turns, drawing the arm back in towards the body. The breathing for this exercise is to breathe out as you punch and breathe in as you draw the arm back towards the hip. So this is an excellent method for helping to regulate anger because you're punching, which is kind of very useful. So if you do have any anger, you've got that punching action going on, and you're also looking at the fist as you do it. And remember what I said to you there earlier, that the eyes are associated with the liver. So by staring at the fist, that actually helps to smooth the flow of qi through the whole of the liver system and the liver channels in your body. The second thing you can do is go over to another video I made, which is called Getting Rid of the Negative with Qigong Breathing. And there you can just use a very simple abdominal breathing exercise in order to get rid of anger. So you think of the anger, and then as you breathe out, you think of breathing it out. It's very simple, but just to see that in a little bit more detail and learn how to do that exercise, I would encourage you to watch that video, and I'll put the link to that in the text next to this one. The third thing you can do is just to practice any moving Qigong exercise. As I said, many of the Qigong exercises are generally very calming and relaxing, so the opposite of anger. But also a moving Qigong exercise will help to disperse any stagnation or any blockages which the anger has caused in the body or in the mind on an emotional level. So that movement can be very helpful in order to manage anger in a healthy way. So what can you do next in order to manage any future anger when it comes up for you? The first thing you can do is head over to my homepage, which is spacetorelax.com. And there you'll see that you can download a free 3-part video series of Qigong exercises. And the 3 lessons in there will really help in order to manage anger. The first one is an abdominal breathing exercise, which will calm and relax your mind. So that will be very grounding. It will really help to disperse the feelings of anger just by doing a simple breathing exercise. The second lesson is called the circles exercise, which is a moving exercise. And remember, I said that any moving form of Qigong will really help to disperse any stagnation which might be caused by anger. And the third one in there, the third lesson, is called Discharge Qi with vibration. And that lesson will really help you to use and think of anger and use a vibrating method, which is really good fun. It takes only 2 minutes and you can use that to disperse any anger from your body. The second thing you can do is head over to YouTube and hit the red subscribe button so you sign up for any future videos which I'll be publishing, and usually I publish them every 1 or 2 weeks, and they will be full of other health enhancing tips and Qigong methods in order to help you to improve your health. The third thing you can do is to head over to Facebook and join my free group, which is called Space to Relax Free Group. And I'm in that group almost every day to answer any questions that you might have. And I also publish lots of helpful articles and information on Qigong and meditation in order for you to use those to improve your health as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it's helped you give you a few ideas on how to manage anger and frustration in a healthy way. And if you liked it, please give it a like and a comment. And also, I'd love to hear what you do in order to manage and regulate anger when you feel it, because it comes up all the time for us on a regular basis. And it's just a feature of day-to-day living that we will sometimes feel angry. So share with me what you do when you're feeling angry. And until the next time, I'll see you in the next video.